Hello friends, good evening.
Good
Good
evening,
evening.
sir.
Good
Good
evening, sir.
evening, sir.
Yes, good evening.
Good evening,
Good
sir.
evening, sir.
Am I audible properly?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Okay. Shall we continue our discussion on the revisions?
Yes, sir.
Sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes. In the last session, that's on Sunday, which were the chapters that we completed?
Introduction,
Correct?
supply,
Introduction, supply,
time of
charge,
Time of
supply,
supply,
time of
time of
supply,
supply, and charge.
Introduction, supply, charge, and
time of supply.
time of supply.
time of supply. Yes, these were the four chapters that we discussed. We also have looked into the questions, right, on these chapters. Yes. Now we are left with four more chapters: place of supply, input tax credit, value of supply, input tax credit, and exemptions. Right. That is what we'll be focusing on in today's session. What do we do here is first we will look into discuss, revise all the concepts. Subsequently, we will solve problems on these four topics. Okay, that's what we'll be doing in today's session. Even if we should be able to cover all the problems, but if we are not able to cover any of those problems, that we will continue in the regular classes.
Yes.
Okay, that's what we will be doing. Okay, so that's the reason we'll first quickly complete the concepts. First, we'll start with place of supply. Place of supply, which provisions of law talks about place of supply?
I just.
Very good. IGST Act. Under IGST Act,
Section 12.
Section 12 talks about services. So for goods,
Section
Section
7 and 8.
10.
very good. Section 10 of IGST Act talks about goods. So in case of place of supply of goods, in case of goods, we have very simple provisions, right? We don't have much to be discussed there. It depends on whether there is movement of goods or not. Where there is movement of goods, what would be the place of supply?
Location where the movement terminates.
Excellent. Location where the movement terminate, that becomes the place of supply. Whereas in other cases,
Location of the goods at time of delivery.
at the time of delivery. Very good. At the time of delivery or when it is made available, what is the location of the goods? That itself will be the place of supply. Correct? That is with regard to the basic two provisions. However, there we had few other provisions also. One is called bill to ship to supplies. In case of bill to ship to, we will have two transactions or two supplies there. One is called the bill to ship to, for which what would be the place of supply?
Location of the third part.
Location of the third party. Very good. Location of the third party, that is the person who orders from the supplier and ask him to deliver it to the recipient. Correct? That is the third party. Whereas the second supply, for that, what would be the place of supply?
Location where the movement terminates.
Location where the movement terminate, because the recipient is receiving the goods, there is movement of goods. Correct? Location where the movement terminates. That's the place of supply for bill to ship to. Similarly, we discussed OTC, over the counter sales. This is applicable only for
B2C.
Counter
very good, Sharath. B2C. Only for B2C supplies. We apply this particular concept on OTC. What does OTC tell us? Place of supply depends on what is present in the invoice. Address. If address is mentioned in the invoice, then such address itself is the place of supply. If no address,
Location of the supplier.
supplier.
location of supplier. Very good. Now here, when I say address, what is sufficient?
State name.
Yes, state name is sufficient. Similarly, if goods involve installation or assembling,
Place of such installation or assembly stuff.
Very good. Such place where the goods are installed or assembled. Last point there. Supply of goods on board a conveyance.
Where the goods have been taken on board.
Excellent. Where the goods are taken on board. Following?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Yes. Same way. Services. Under services, we had multiple discussions. To start with, we had general rule. Right? In general rule, by default, if none of the specific rules apply, I'll apply this. What does general rule tell? Place of supply depends on?
B2B, B2C.
Very good, Shrisha. B2B, B2C. If it is B2B,
Sir,
Location
place
of
location of
recipient.
recipient.
location of recipient straight away. Yes. If it is B2C, then we have to see whether
Address
is
Address of
available.
recipient is available or not.
address of recipient is available or not. If address of recipient is available, such address. If no address available,
Location of the supplier.
Location of supplier.
location of supplier. That is the general rule. Then we discussed specific rules one by one. To start, we discussed about services in relation to immovable property. Right? Any service it can be, if it is in relation to property, we have this. Services in relation to immovable property, what would be the place of supply?
Location of
the
immovable
property or
Location of
intended
such
to be.
immovable property. Yes. Location of such immovable property itself is the place of supply. However, if that immovable property is located outside India,
Location of recipient.
Location of recipient.
yes, if it is outside India, then location of recipient. We also discussed what if it is located in multiple states or union territory. First job is?
To
Check
see
if there's a
there is
contract.
Yes, very good. Check the contract or agreement. If there is no such contract or agreement, then we have to go with the rules. The rule says multiple immovable property in multiple states, then
Number of
nights
nights
stayed.
stayed
Number
in
of
the
nights
immovable property.
number of nights stayed, hotels, right? Number of nights stayed in such immovable property. Single immovable property in multiple state.
Area of
Based
the
on
immovable
area
property
in
in
each
each state.
Excellent. Based on area. Then houseboat, where it moves in multiple states.
Time
spent in
Time
each
spent in each
around.
state.
Yes, time spent in each state. Right? These were the three discussions we had there. Yes. Yes. So this is about immovable property. Clear till here?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Post that, we went on to performance based. Under performance based, we had two. One is restaurant service, catering, fitness, right? All those cases, what would be the place of supply?
Location where the services are performed.
Actually performed, right? Location where the such services are performed. Whereas training and performance appraisal.
general.
What? Training and performance appraisal, what happens?
General. B2B or
Yes.
B2B or B2C.
B2C. Very good. B2B,
Location of
Location of the
recipient.
recipient.
recipient, B2C,
Location of
Location where
supply.
service is provided.
Where service was
location where
performed.
such services are actually performed. Correct. That is the place of supply discussion in performance based. Here, no further discussion. What if it is performed outside India, multiple states, nothing in this particular concept. Correct, Bhavana? Whereas,
yes, sir.
next we have event based. Under event based, we have event
Admission and
admission.
Admission and organization.
Event organization. Yes. With regard to event admission, what would be the place of supply?
Location where the
Location
event is
where the
held.
event is held.
Yes, always it is the location of the event, like location where the event is held. Whereas event organization,
B2B or
B2B.
B2C.
Location of recipient.
B2B will be location of recipient.
Where
B2C.
B2C is where the event is held.
The location where the event is held. Perfect. Here we can have outside India. What if a B2C event is held outside India?
Location
of
of recipient.
Location of the recipient.
Very good. Location of recipient. Same way, in this particular discussion, we can have multiple states. If it is in multiple states,
B2B or B2C.
no, again, B2B, it's always location of recipient. Correct. Only in B2C, we had those discussions. What should we do first?
We should check if there's an agreement.
We have to check the contract or agreement. If there is contract or agreement, if there is no such contract,
Determine as per
Then
gap.
yes, as per generally accepted accounting principles. Right? This is what event-based was all about. After that, we discussed about transportation. Under transportation, broadly we had two. What are those?
goods and
Goods and
Goods and passengers.
Very good. Transportation of goods and transportation of passengers. Transportation of goods straightforward.
general rule, B2B or B2C.
B2B is location of recipient. B2C,
Location where
goods
the
are
goods
handed
are
over to
handed over for transportation.
excellent. Where the goods are handed over for transportation. Whereas transportation of passengers are further divided into
Pure transportation and right to
Right
passage.
to passage.
excellent. Pure transportation service and right to passage. Whereas in case of pure transportation service, B2B, location of recipient.
Location of recipient.
What is B2C?
Location where
Location of
passenger
passenger
begins the
starts the
conveyance for continuous.
Very good. Location where the passenger embarks the conveyance for a continuous journey. Whereas right of passage,
General rule,
We have to check if there's an address.
very good. The general rule itself would be applicable. Yes. Are we clear?
Yes.
Yes. That is about transportation. Then service on board a conveyance. Service on board a conveyance. What happens?
Location of the first scheduled part.
Very good. Location of first scheduled point of departure. First scheduled point of departure of such conveyance. That itself will be the place of supply. Whereas next we discussed about telecommunication service. Telecommunication service. What happens in case of telecommunication service? It depends on multiple things. In case of fixed line, landlines, etc.
Location where the
Okay,
device is
each
installed.
device is installed.
Yes, where the device is installed. Whereas postpaid,
If billing address
Address
available,
is available, then location of the recipient.
yes, billing address is available, such address. If no billing address,
Location of supplier.
yes, location of supplier. Excellent. Then prepaid. In case of prepaid, it all depends on how the payment is happening, right? How the charges. If it is through selling agents,
Address of the
Address of selling agent.
such address of such selling agent. Second, if it is through any other person,
location
Location where the payment is received.
very good. Location where such prepayment is received. Third one, in case of online payments.
Records of
What records?
In records of
Location.
supplier, location.
Records of supplier, what?
Location of
Location in records.
Location of recipient in the records of supplier. Location of the recipient in the records of supplier. Apart from that, these are the major things in telecommunication. Then we discussed about banking and financial. Correct. There we had banking services and other financial services. What happens there? If location of recipient, normally if the location of recipient is available, if not available,
Location of
supplier.
location of supplier, that DD case, the DD demand draft example, right? Location of supplier. Same way, insurance service, we have
B2B.
B2B will be
Location of
Location of
recipient.
recipient in records of supplier.
location of recipient, whereas B2C will be
Location of recipient in records of supplier.
records of the supplier. The location of recipient in records of the supplier. Are we clear? Apart from that, we discussed that advertisement to government in multiple states. Depending on where that advertisement is, that ratio. Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Apart from that, in this chapter, we learnt one concept on interstate supply and intrastate supply. We call it interstate supply when?
It is between two states.
What is between two states?
Like
The
Supply of
Supply
goods or
of
services.
Supply of goods and
goods are in
service.
different states.
Okay. Is that what we learned?
So location and place of supply are in different states.
Yes. Very good. Location of supplier and place of supply. These are the two things that we have to compare. If location of supplier and place of supply are in two different states or two different union territories or in one state and one union territory, then we call it interstate supply. If they are in the same state or same union territory, then it is intrastate supply. Correct? That is the definition of interstate and intrastate supplies. These were the concepts we learned in place of supply chapter. Everyone clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, Kashyap.
Sir, what is G gap? What are the rules in determining?
Okay. What is gap? Gap is generally accepted accounting principle. There is no specific rule there. Generally accepted accounting principle means what? How is that measured normally? Okay, in your books of account. In your books of account, how do you measure? So if you have an event happening in Delhi and event happening in Kolkata, one single consideration is involved. How do you bifurcate? Normally, if there is only one event happening, we'll bifurcate them equally, half. Right? If two events in Delhi, one event in Kolkata, 2:2:1 ratio. That's the generally accepted accounting principle. Yes, Darshan.
Sir, can you explain right to passage?
Right to passage is nothing but your card. Okay, in metro, if you would have traveled in metro, there is something called metro card, prepaid card. Okay, if you get that
Yes,
card,
sir.
you can recharge that card. Let's say you have
Yes, sir.
recharged 500 rupees. Till you exhaust that 500 rupees, you can travel from any station to any station.
Yes, sir.
So when you recharge that amount, the metro corporation, they will not know from which station to which station you will travel.
Yes, sir.
So they cannot determine the place where you embark the conveyance for a continuous journey, etc. So in such case, there is a separate rule to determine.
Yes, sir. Got it.
Anyone was writing any of these points in the which is there on the slide? Done? Okay, fine then. So with that, we can move on to the next chapter. We have a simple chapter called value of supply. Right? In value of supply, basically it revolves around three subsections.
15.
In our
One,
discussion,
2, 3.
which is that section?
15.
Section 15. Now, section 15, subsection 1 tell us two conditions to be satisfied.
Whole country.
Price is the
Sole
Sole
consideration.
Consideration. If such supply
Oh,
is
sir.
made for the made between the related parties.
yes. If supply made between related parties. Correct?
Unrelated.
Unrelated parties. Supply made between unrelated parties. Then we can apply 15.1 plus 15.2 minus 15.3. If not, we have to go to the rules. So what is this 15.1, 15.2, 15.3 say? 15.1 says transaction value is the value of supply. What is transaction value? What is transaction value?
Supply between unrelated.
That's anyhow taken care. Okay, this is a supply between unrelated parties. What happens? What would be the transaction value?
Amount paid for the supply.
Very good. Any amount paid or payable for that supply, that is transaction value. Whatever amount is charged. Amount paid or payable for such supply. That is transaction value. Are we clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes. To that, we add two items. One, taxes other than GST. Right? Taxes other than GST. When should we add?
When GST is not available, ITC is not available.
If it is charged separate.
Yes. If it is charged separately to the recipient. If we recover it from the recipient. Same way. Second one, liability of the supplier
Paid by the recipient.
paid by the recipient. Yes. Liability of the supplier paid by the recipient. Then incidental expenses. When should we add these incidental expenses? If incurred,
On or before the supply.
if incurred on or before the supply is completed. On or before the supply is completed. Very good. That is incidental expenses. Then we discussed about interest on delayed payment that has to be added. Then lastly, subsidy.
Price link subsidy.
Excellent. Subsidies are of two types. Price linked, other subsidies. Other subsidies not to be added. Price linked subsidy if it is received from central
Central government. State government.
state government, union territory local authority.
No, sir.
Government.
No, only central government, state government.
Yes.
Correct.
Yes, sir.
Then not to be added. If it is received from central government, state government, sorry, not from central government, state government, from others, then it should be added. Correct? Yes. Yes, these are the points which we considered in additions. From that, we will subtract 15.3. What is 15.3 talking about?
Discount.
Discounts. Discounts are of two types. One is at the time of and second,
Post supply.
post supply discounts. Discounts given at the time of supply will be should be reduced from the value of supply only if
It is shown
Shown
on
on
the
the
invoice.
shown on the invoice. Whereas post supply discount,
That
term should have been established
Very good.
at the time of
Terms have
supply.
been established at the time of supply. Second,
Count should be
Detail was
calculated
relevant
invoice
always.
wise.
very good. It should be able to be, discount should be computed invoice wise. Then
Proportionate ITC
Proportionate ITC
reversed.
also reversed.
proportionate ITC reversed by this. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, only then it would be reduced. So here, such reduction in the tax happens through a document called
Commercial.
Credit.
credit note, GST credit note, reduction in the value. However, if these conditions are not satisfied, then it cannot be reduced from the value of supply. In such cases, we issue
Commercial credit.
Commercial
commercial or financial credit.
financial credit.
Following?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, that's all. This is what we had in value of supply. Okay, small discussion. With that, we can move on to the next chapter. Before that, anyone has any doubts? Anyone making a note of it? No? Done? Okay. So with that, we can move on to input tax credit, ITC. Now, in input tax credit, which was the first section we discussed?
16.
Yes. Section 16 has 6 subsections. Subsection 1 said, who can claim input tax credit?
Registered
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 person.
person.
Only registered persons can claim input tax credit with regard to their inward supplies which they want to.
Use or intended to be used in the course of furtherance services.
Excellent. Inward supplies that are used or intended to be used. Intended to be used in the course of furtherance of business, subject to conditions. Subsection 2 talks about those conditions. First condition is possession of
Valid tax
valid
paying
tax paying
document.
valid tax paying document. Second, supplier should have filed
GSTR1.
GST.
GSTR1 and it should get reflected in recipients.
GSTR2B.
GSTR2B.
Recipients GSTR2B. Then we should have received the goods or services. We have an exception here.
Bill to
Bill
ship.
to ship to.
Excellent. Bill to ship to, it is deemed to be received. Then ITC.
ITC.
Is not restricted.
Not restricted.
Excellent. Then
Supplier has
supplier
paid
should
tax.
have
Paid tax.
paid the tax. That is, he should have filed his GSTR3B. For
Rule
that, we have
37A.
very good, excellent. 37A. And lastly, recipient should have
File GSTR3B.
GSTR3B.
GSTR3B to claim the input tax credit. This had 3 or 2. How many provisos?
1.
Yes, 1. If goods are received in lots,
ITC
On the
can be
receipt of the
claimed on
last.
receipt of last.
Last
Last
installment. Right, last lot or last installment, you will be eligible. Second, payment of such invoice should be made within.
180.
180 days.
Yes, payment within 180 days. If we do not pay within 180 days, then
Reverse with interest.
Yes.
very good. Reverse the ITC with interest. When can I reclaim?
When you paid the
Payment is made.
Reclaim when the payment is made. Reclaim when the payment is made. However, this particular concept of payment within 180 days is not applicable. When?
In case of RCM.
Very good. In case of RCM, then
Schedule
Schedule
1
1
transaction.
Schedule 1 transactions. Last one.
15 to be.
Liability of
supplier
supplier.
Yes, liability of the supplier paid by the recipient. Right? In those two cases, it is not applicable. Along with that, we discussed this Rule 37A. What does Rule 37A say? Supplier should have filed GSTR 3B of a period within
30th of September.
Yes, 30th of September of the following year, following financial year, next year. If not filed, then
ITC without interest.
to reverse ITC within
30th November.
30th November. If not,
Reverse ITC with interest.
with interest. Very good. If not, reverse with interest. Can we reclaim this back?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Whenever supplier files the GSTR 3. Following?
Yes, sir.
Yes, that is what subsection 2 was all about. Subsection 3 said, if you claim depreciation under which act?
Income Tax Act.
Income tax.
Act on
Capital goods.
Capital goods.
Component of
Component.
depreciation on tax component. Depreciation on tax component in case of capital goods, no ITC. Right? If you take depreciation, calculate depreciation, claim depreciation on taxable value, no problem. Only if you claim depreciation on the entire invoice value, including GST, only then no input tax credit. Correct? In case of capital goods, no ITC. Then subsection 4 gives us time limit to claim input tax credit. What is the time limit? Time limit given
30th
is
November of the
subsequent
subsequent financial
30th November of next financial year or
Date of filing
date of filing
annual
annual return, whichever is earlier.
date of filing annual return, whichever is earlier. Are we following?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Subsection 5 was specifically up to financial year 2021, some extended time limit, 30th November 21 was the time, whereas subsection 6 is registration cancelled.
Subsequently revoked.
Very good. And subsequently revoked. Registration is cancelled and subsequently revoked. In that case, time limit to claim is 16 for time limit or
Time limit or
30
days
days
from
from revocation of cancellation, whichever is later.
30 days from the date of revocation, whichever is later. Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, this is section 16. After section 16, we went on to section 17. Section 17 has two parts: apportionment of credit, blocked credits. Under apportionment of credit, 17.1 said, if you are using it for business and non-business, then you can claim only to the extent of business purposes. 17.2 said, if you are using it for exempt as well as taxable supplies, you can use it, you can claim it only to the extent of taxable supplies, meaning to the extent of exempt supplies,
No ITC.
What is it?
not available. Same way, subsection 3 gave us the definition of exempt supply. Subsection 4 was about banking company, a special option given to them. That is, out of the total ITC, minus 17.5, that is blocked credits, whatever eligible ITC you have, 50% claim, balance 50% lapse. Okay, that's an option given to banking companies. These were small discussions. With that, we can move on to the most important discussion in our in this chapter, 17.5.
Blocked.
Block. So in case of blocked credits, we had list of input items for which credits were blocked. First, motor vehicle. It said, sir, purchase of motor vehicle, right? That's what we started with first.
Yes, sir.
Motor vehicle for
Transportation of goods.
transportation
Of passengers.
Goods or passengers.
Yes. Right, that was the heading. Motor vehicle for transportation of passengers. So, if it is used for transportation of goods, free, you can
ITC is allowed.
it's not blocked. So, we can claim the input tax credit. So, it should be for transportation of passengers. 2 arrow marks. We have vehicles upon fixed rails. Special purpose vehicle inside factories or other vehicles. Under other vehicles, up to or less than 4-wheeler, that is 2-wheeler, 3-wheeler, or greater than or equal to 4-wheeler. Under less than 4-wheeler, we have up to 25cc, beyond 25cc. For these two, ITC is allowed. Whereas here, I have to see,
Number of persons.
very good, more than 13-seater, up to 13-seater. If it is more than 13-seater,
ITC is
No,
allowed.
TC allowed.
ITC is allowed. If it is up to 13-seater, if it is used for,
Taxable
Taxable
surplus.
supply.
excellent, use for taxable supply of further supply of such motor vehicle or
Passenger
Transportation of passengers.
transportation of passengers or
Imparting training on
driving such motor vehicle.
training on driving such motor vehicle. Then ITC is allowed. Else,
ITC is blocked.
blocked. ITC is blocked. What happened? Same way, we have vessels and aircraft as well. Correct? In case of vessels and aircraft, if it is used for transportation of goods or taxable supplies of further supply of such vessel or aircraft, transportation of passengers, imparting training on navigating or flying such vessel or aircraft, ITC is allowed. If it is used for other cases,
ITC is blocked.
ITC is blocked. Now, these two talk about purchase. Apart from that, we also discuss a couple of services. One, general insurance and repair and maintenance. So, with regard to general insurance and repair and maintenance, if original vehicle is blocked, then ITC is blocked. Correct?
Yes, sir.
Wait, before I do that, if original vehicle is not blocked, we'll say, it's eligible. Original vehicle is eligible, then here also straight away it is eligible. Whereas, if original vehicle is blocked, then we have, normally it is blocked, but if it is used for two purposes, it is allowed. Where, which two purposes?
Manufacturing of motor vehicle.
Manufacturer of such motor vehicle, aircraft, vessel.
Supplier of
general
insurance
insurance.
service in respect of such motor vehicle.
Supplier of general insurance service in respect of such motor vehicle, vessels or aircraft. Following?
Yes, sir.
Sir.
Yes. Same way, one more service that we discussed, leasing or renting or hiring of motor vehicle, vessel or aircraft. Correct, Tanushree?
Yes, sir.
Leasing, hiring of motor vehicle, vessel or aircraft. Again here, if original vehicle is eligible, what happens, Bhavna?
ITC is
ITC.
Yes, ITC is allowed. Whereas if original vehicle is blocked, then normally ITC is blocked. But here also we have two exceptions.
Used by person in
Used
the
by
same
persons in the
business.
same course of business.
Excellent. Used in the same line of business
A part
or
of taxable composite supply.
part of taxable composite or mixed supply. Second,
Statutory obligation.
Statutory obligation.
statute obligation. Following?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes. These are the concepts with regard to motor vehicle vessels and aircraft. Okay. With that, we went on to other discussions under 17.5. Other discussions like food and beverages, outdoor catering, beauty treatment, healthcare service. Here, normally ITC is blocked, but here as well, it had two exceptions.
If it's used in the same line of business.
Same line of business or part of taxable composite or mixed supply or
Employer.
Statutory obligation.
statutory obligation, employer-employee. Excellent. Likewise, membership of a club, health and fitness centers, and LTC, leave travel allowance.
Statutory obligation.
Statutory obligation.
Please statutory obligation, it is allowed in all other cases. Blocked.
ITC is blocked.
Perfect. Yes. Then we discussed about construction. So construction is of two ways, two categories: works contract or construction on own account. Construction on own account. In case of works contract, ITC is blocked, but it has three exceptions.
Used in
Same line of business.
it is done in the same line of business.
Yes, same line of business, that is subcontracting. Second,
Plant and
Construction
machinery.
of plant and machinery.
excellent, plant and machinery. Third,
Not capitalized.
Not
capitalized.
not capitalized in books. Whereas construction on own account,
Plant
Plant-
and
Plant
machinery.
and
Plant and machinery
Not capitalized in the books of account.
so I have a land, I want to construct a building, I give it to someone else to construct it. What happens there?
Works
That
contract.
comes under
Works contract.
I have a land, I want to construct a building for my own office. I purchase the raw materials, I arrange for the labor, I construct it.
Construction on
Own
own
account.
Account. I have a land, I construct building and I sell it.
That won't even come here.
So what happens? What happens to the input tax credit?
The scope of
The GST that I pay at the time of construction.
Allowed.
Allowed. Yes. So only construction on own account. Own account means for your purpose. Or if you give someone else works contract, only then input tax credit is blocked. If you are constructing for someone else, input tax credit is allowed. Are we clear?
Yes.
Yes. Here we also had learned the definition of plant and machinery. Correct? Plant and machinery is not equipment, apparatus, etc. and includes foundation or structure on which such machinery is installed, affixed to earth, but it does not include
Land or building, any
land or building
other
or any other civil structure,
telecommunication towers.
telecommunication
telecommunication
Pipelines laid
towers,
outside.
pipeline
Laid
laid out
outside the factory
outside
premises.
yes, pipelines laid outside the factory. Pipelines laid outside the factory. Then we discussed about NRTP. What is this NRTP?
Non-resident.
Non-resident taxable person. They cannot claim any input tax credit. They have only one exception.
Importation.
Very good. Import of goods. Then, lastly, if you give free samples, gifts, or the goods got stolen, lost, destroyed, damaged, in such cases, ITC is blocked. If you have already claimed, reverse it. Right? These were the concepts we had in 17.5. Any doubts still here?
No, sir.
With this understanding, we went on to section 18. Section 18 talks about credit in certain special circumstances. Right? It has multiple subsections. Subsection 1 talks about 4 cases where we can claim the input tax credit. Today morning class discussion, that question, right? A, B, C, D. A is liable to register and apply for registration within
30 days.
30 days.
within 30 days. Here, voluntary registration. In both cases, we will be eligible to claim inputs held in stock or semi-finished goods, correct? As on immediately preceding the date of
Liability.
preceding the date of, here liable to register, here
Grant of registration.
grant of registration. Whereas this C,
Composition dealer
To
converts to
regular taxpayer.
composition dealer to regular taxpayer, exempt to taxable. Composition to regular, exempt to taxable, we can claim both inputs and capital goods. Capital goods minus
Is 5%.
5% per quarter.
5% per quarter. However, for all these, subsection 2 says 1 year, we cannot go, the invoice date cannot be beyond 1 year from the date on which we are claiming that input tax credit. So 1 year is the cutoff date. Then subsection 3, you are changing the constitution of the business. ITC can be transferred to the new entity, amalgamation, etc. Correct? Subsection 4 talks about ulta case, that is regular to or taxable to exempt. In such cases, we need to reverse the ITC. Subsection 5 is rules. Subsection 6, sale of
Capital good.
capital goods and plant and machinery. In such cases, tax payable shall be ITC claimed minus
5%.
5%
Per quarter.
or tax on
Supply.
Transaction value.
Supply under section 15.
tax on transaction value under section 15, whichever is
Higher.
higher. Whichever is higher is the amount that will be paid. Following? Yes. This was section 18. Along with that, we discussed couple of rules. Rule 86A was the first one. Rule 86A is a power given to the commissioner wherein he can restrict what?
Tax credit.
Restrict
Utilization of
utilization of input tax credit. Restrict the utilization of input tax credit, which you have already claimed. They will block the input tax credit. Once they block it, they will take up the case. They have 1 year to close the case. Right? If you within 1 year, if they do not, then that whatever ITC is blocked should be released. Whereas The next rule is Rule 86B. Rule 86B, what does it tell us? It is applicable when
The turnover
more like
exceeds 50 lakh per month.
exceeds rupees 50 lakh. Then what is the restriction?
Input tax credit on 99% of the liability.
Out of the output liability, we can, or rather, we can utilize ITC only to the extent of 99%.
99%.
99% from electronic credit ledger, meaning 1%
Be paid
compulsorily
in cash. Cash.
from cash ledger. Compulsorily. That is the restriction. However, this restriction has exceptions. That exception says first one is payment of
Income tax.
very good income tax. Who should have paid? Either that registered person, if it is HUF Karta, if it is firm any two partners, if it is a company whole-time director or managing director, right? Similarly, association of persons or trust or an association, the managing committee, they should have paid income tax of more than rupees 1 lakh when
Last 2 years.
Last 2 years.
each of the last 2 years. In each of the last 2 years. Similarly, refund of GST under for in relation to accumulated ITC of more than 1 lakh when
Last year.
last year. Likewise, what's the third exception?
Payment through cash.
1% of the
1%.
criteria is satisfied.
Very good. Cumulatively, 1% is already satisfied in that financial year. 1% is satisfied for that financial year. Same way, last exception,
Specified persons.
specified persons. That is government department,
Public sector units.
public
Local
sector
authority.
undertaking, local
Local
authority,
authorities. Statutory body.
right? These are the exceptions for 86B. That's it. This is what we have in the chapter on input tax credit. Anyone has any doubts? No, all clear?
Yes, yes.
Rule 86A, repeat myself.
Rule 86A, yes, sir. So, Rule 86A is, again, it's a power given to the commissioner. You have claimed the input tax credit. Why do you claim the input tax credit? For utilizing it against output liability, correct? So, they will restrict you from utilizing it against the input tax credit, output liability. Why? For whatever reasons. There are various reasons mentioned there. If they feel that you have claimed it fraudulently, if they feel that the supplier from whom you have received the supply is not existent, right? In those cases, they do not have concrete evidence yet. They are just feeling, right? If they feel that, they can restrict utilization. Tell you that to that extent you cannot utilize. I will block it. Later, they will do the investigation. If it is true, ask you to pay that amount. If it is not true, they will release that amount. Okay,
Okay,
that is
sir.
what it's the power given to the commissioner. If they feel that there is something happening, if it's frauds happening, they can use that power. Yes, Tanushri.
Okay.
Sir, can you repeat the works contract?
Works contract related, yes. So you're talking about this input tax credit, right?
Yes, sir.
Construction related, if I have the land, I give that construction job to someone else, wherein they will purchase the raw material, they will arrange for their labor, and ultimately give me the building as per the plan. That is works contract. In case of works contract, if I give it to someone else and he charges me, let's say he charges me 40 lakhs for constructing the house, on that he will charge GST also. That GST amount that he charged, can I claim input tax credit? The answer is no, it is blocked. Works contract input tax credit is blocked. However, it has 3 exceptions. Used in the same line of business, that is, I am a works contractor, I want to construct a building, but because of shortage of labor, I am taking the help of another works contractor. He will send me a bill with GST. Can I claim that input tax credit? Yes, sir, because I'm using it in the same line of business. Second, plant and machinery. If it is a plant and machinery construction, that is this definition that we have discussed, that is allowed. Same way, if it is not capitalized in the books, if it is charged to profit and loss account, I can claim the input tax credit.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Everyone clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Okay, excellent. If that is the case, can we move on to the last chapter?
Yes, sir.
Yes, the last chapter, which is exemptions, wherein revisions may not be required because very recent memory, right? Recent discussions which we had. In that, to start with, we started with 12AA, 12AB. There, it said by way of charitable activities. It should be by way of charitable activities. What are charitable activities? There was definition as well. Correct? It could be related to public health. It could be related to advancement of religion, spirituality, yoga. It could be related to advancement of education and skill development or conservation of environment. That was the skeleton of that definition of charitable activities. Only if it is by way of charitable activity, we have that exemptions. Second, conduct of religious ceremony. Any amount comes under the exemption. Then 12AA, 12AB or 1023 BBA or 1023C 5 entities, if they give it on rent, what? Religious precincts. Religious precincts where the room rentals, if it's a room, it should be, to get the exemption, it should be
Less than 1,000.
than rupees 1,000 per day, not less than or equal to, less than rupees 1,000 per day. If it is community halls,
Less than 10,000.
10,000.
less than rupees 10,000. If it is commercial shops,
10,000 per less than rupees 10,000 per month.
then it is exempt. Correct. Similarly, we also discussed about religious pilgrimages with regard to those two, KMVN in case of Kailash Manasarovar and Hajj committees. Yes, and then we have also discussed about training with regard to recreational activities. Recreational activities in art bar culture. Who should be the trainer?
Individual.
Individual.
In case of sports,
12AA.
12AA registered entities. Correct? This is about 12AA, 12AB. Then we discussed about agriculture. In agricultural related, if it is an agricultural produce, it comes under the exemption. Agricultural produce including rearing of animals other than
Horses.
Horse.
other than horses come under the exemption. Then what did we discuss? Then supply of farm labor, warehousing of agricultural produce, storage, loading, unloading, all those come under the exemption. Along with that, processes carried out in the farm after harvesting comes under the exemption if it does not
Alter essential characteristics.
alter the essential characteristic of that agricultural produce and
Essentially
Made
available for the primary.
marketable for primary market. It is necessary to make it marketable for primary market. Then it is exempt. If not, it is taxable. Correct. There we also discussed about agricultural produce is sugar or jaggery agricultural produce, paddy or rice and agricultural produce, tea, versus tea leaves, coffee versus coffee beans, right? All those discussions we had. With that discussions, we went on to educational institutions. Under educational institutions discussion, first we learned the definition. Educational institutions are of three categories. First,
Preschool and up to
Preschool up
higher
to secondary high school.
education.
preschool up to higher secondary. Then
Imparting education
In education
as a
on
part of a curriculum.
Part of education.
imparting education as a part of curriculum.
which provides qualification recognized in the law.
Very good. Which provides or which gives qualification recognized by law. Third,
Approved
Vocational,
vocational courses.
approved vocational courses.
approved vocational education courses. Following?
Yes, sir.
Yes, that is about educational institution. If it is an educational institution, its output services are of two types. One, any service to
Student, faculty, and staff members.
yes, students, faculty, and staff is exempt.
Entrance exam.
Exam.
Very good. Entrance exam service in the form of admission, that is a conduct of entrance examination to other than students also comes under the exemption. Whereas for us, more important is inputs. In case of input services, we have five categories of input services. First, transportation of student, faculty, and staff. Second, catering, including midday meals. Third, housekeeping, cleaning, and security
In
the
the
premises.
Such institution.
in the premises of the educational institution. These three exemption is given for
category.
only category A, correct? Only category A. Whereas fourth one,
Mission or conduct of examination.
admission or conduct of examination. This is available for
All
All of the
all the educational institutions. Lastly,
Periodical journal.
online.
period online journals. This is available only for
Category B.
category. Everyone following?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes. With that, we went on to healthcare services. Correct? Under healthcare services, we discussed first the definition of healthcare service. It could be diagnosis, treatment, or care in relation to illness, injury, right? All those things under
Recognized system of
Recognized
medicine.
system of medicine in India.
India.
recognized system of medicine in India. Recognized system of medicine in India, which includes transportation of patients
To and from.
the clinical establishment. Very good. But this does not include
Hair transplant.
hair transplantation and
Cosmetic or plastic.
cosmetic or plastic surgery. Hair transplantation, cosmetic or plastic surgery, live demonstration is happening here, but that excludes hair transplantation, cosmetic or plastic surgery done
To reconstruction of
as a part of rectification of
Congenital disease.
yes, done to rectify congenital defect,
Injury.
injury, No, developmental abnormalities,
Developmental abnormalities.
correct, and injury, trauma. That means here we get the exemption. That is healthcare service. Are we clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Now, yes, anything related to such diagnosis, treatment, etc. comes under the exemption. However, room charges, if it is ICU, CCU, ICCU, NICU,
Any amount
Exempt.
the amount is exempt, whereas other
To 5,000. Exempt.
up to rupees 5,000 per day is exempt. If it exceeds 5,000,
Taxable.
is taxable. Correct? Entire amount becomes taxable. Yes. These are the major concepts we have with regard to the discussions on exemptions. Apart from that, what all we discuss in exemptions? Major, we discussed about old age homes. In case of old age homes, resident of that old age home should be old age people, that is more than 60 years, greater than or equal to 60 years. Such old age home should be run by
Central government, state
Central
government, or
government.
elected by
12 consideration cannot exceed
25,000.
25,000 per
25,000 for
25,000 per month per member. Then comes under the exemption. Everyone?
Yes, sir.
yes.
Yes. Apart from that, what all we discussed? What else we discussed in exemption?
Pure labor.
Very good. In case of construction, right? Construction, pure labor,
Contract.
pure labor contracts, Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana, construction, erection, commissioning, installation, repair, renovation, everything is covered. Other single residential unit, only construction, erection, installation, and commissioning gets covered, right? Likewise, we'll just glance through. Agriculture is done. Education is done. Their IIMs, long duration programs exempt, short duration not exempt. Healthcare is done. Services provided by government, anyhow in reverse charge we have already discussed. Old age is done. Department of Post, postcard, inland letter, book post, ordinary post, less than 10 grams is exempt. Otherwise it is taxable under forward charge. Correct? Then rehabilitation professionals, rehabilitation service, therapy or counseling provided by them at medical establishment, education institution, rehab centers established by central government, state government, union territory entity registered at 12AA is exempt. Construction service, just now we discussed. Passenger transportation, air economy class, those northeast region embarking or termination. Same way, non-AC contract carriage other than for tourism, non-AC stage carriage, railway, first class AC coach taxable, others are exempt. Metro, monorail, tramway, inland waterways, all these are always exempt. Banking and financial service, that interest discussion, interest on credit card is taxable, other interest and discount exempt. Then transportation of goods, the complete discussion, right? If it is rail or vessel, specified goods exempt, else it is taxable. Inland waterways always exempt. By road, we have GTA, courier and others. Others is exempt except for that local delivery. Just make a note of that. Local delivery. Right? Local delivery service through by or through e-commerce operators. By or through e-commerce operators, then it is taxable and taxable under 9.5. Courier agency always taxable. GTS specified goods exempt. Others unregistered person, specified person taxable. Others exempt. Registered person only TDS exempt. Other cases taxable. We had discussed what are specified goods also. Right? That exemption for local delivery service we discussed. Business facilitator, business correspondent, either they or their agents, if they're providing services to a banking company or insurance company in the morning we discussed. In
rural area.
rural areas, it is exempt. Non-rural, taxable. Services provided to government, pure service, composite service. Pure service provided to government If it is a function of a municipality or panchayat, it is exempt. Composite supply is also exempt provided the value of goods does not exceed
25%.
25% of the total value of supply. Same way, services provided to central government, state government under any training program where 75% of the expenses borne by such government, then also exemption applies. Correct? We discussed about this Municipal Corporation of Delhi just today morning. Correct? Performance by an artist. It should be performance in classical or folk, only two art forms of music, dance, theatre per performance 1.5 lakh. Then it is exempt. However, if it is as brand ambassador, no exemption. Legal service we have already discussed in RCM itself. Right to admission, museum, national park, wildlife sanctuary, tiger reserve, zoo, protected monument, any amount. In all other cases, 500 rupees exempt. Up to 500, at more than 500, it is taxable. Then, in case of apartment association, if turnover is within the threshold limit, how much amount they charge doesn't matter because it's not leviable to tax. If turnover exceeds the threshold, registration becomes compulsory. Then, if monthly maintenance received per member is up to 7,500 exempt, exceeds 7,500 taxable. Are we following?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Same way, other exempt services, transfer of going concern, renting of residential dwelling, which we have discussed, satellite launch vehicle, state transport undertaking, giving motor vehicle more than 12 passengers, local authority, electric vehicle more than 12 passengers, GTA means of transportation of goods, motor vehicle for transportation of student, faculty, staff to a person providing such service to category A education institution. Right? Apart from that, we have few discussions. These things which we have not yet learnt in the regular session. Still here we have discussed, correct? So other exemptions, anyhow, when we discuss it in the regular class, it's better along with that, because since we have not learned anything there, there's no point in discussing that, right? We'll not get it as well. Till here, everyone understood. Any doubts in exemptions?
No, sir.
All clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so if that is the case, we have discussed, we have completed the discussion on all 8 chapters, the concepts. 4 chapters, problems also, questions also. These 4 chapters, we have to discuss the questions, which is what we will target in the next 45 minutes. Yes, how much ever possible, we will complete in this session itself. Balance, anyhow, we have regular classes to do it. Okay, so first, which was the first chapter we started?
Place of supply.
Place of supply. We'll have good amount of questions there because compulsorily every exam there will be one question. So in every MTPs also there will be one question. Jan 26 MTP2, latest one. Same question was there in September 25 MTP1. Same question was there in Jan 25 MTP2 also. What is the place of supply for mobile connection? What will you write?
Prepaid and postpaid.
Prepaid.
Excellent, excellent. Prepaid and postpaid. The entire thing we have to write. Can it be the location of supplier? It can be location of supplier in postpaid where billing address is not available. In prepaid, nothing. I don't think so in any of the cases where location of supplier comes into picture. In prepaid, correct? Yes. Same way, Jan 26 MTP1 determine the place of supply. Mr. Ramesh, residing in Kolkata, West Bengal, has a postpaid mobile connection from XYZ Telecom Limited. Registered office in Mumbai, Maharashtra. Billing address on the records of XYZ is Kolkata, West Bengal. What happens? What's the place of supply?
Bengal.
Kolkata, West Bengal. Billing address itself will be the place of supply. Similarly, Mr. Premanand subscribed a prepaid internet connection from Messrs. PQR Distributors, a registered distributor of recharge vouchers of XYZ Telecom Limited, is located in Bengaluru, Karnataka. It sells prepaid recharge vouchers to final subscribers in Chennai, Tamil Nadu.
Bengaluru.
Karnataka.
Yes, location of such agent, right? Why? Because it is distributed through that selling agent. Hence, it's the location of that agent, Bengaluru, Karnataka. Buland Mission Limited, registered in the state of Andhra Pradesh, supplied a machinery to Rayan Wind Farms Limited, registered in the state of Karnataka. However, this machinery was assembled and installed at the windmill of Rayan Wind Farms Limited, which is located in the state of Tamil Nadu.
Tamil Nadu.
Such installation is done. Assembling is done. Correct? That is what we are supposed to do. Here, we are compulsorily required to write the relevant provision and then conclusion. Okay, normally these things will be asked for 5 marks. So provision plus conclusion, provision plus conclusion, provision for plus conclusion is compulsory. Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Tan 26 RTP. Determine the place of supply for the independent cases. Mr. U from Mount Abu, Rajasthan, an unregistered person, ordered one laptop as a gift for his father from e-commerce site Zeelu, registered in Mumbai, Maharashtra, to be delivered at his parents' house located in Ahmedabad, Gujarat. Mount Abu, Rajasthan was mentioned as permanent address of Mr. U at e-commerce site Zeelu. Beautiful point.
Ahmedabad.
Why?
Ahmedabad,
I think Ahmedabad will not give you marks.
because the goods were removed.
Goods were removed, so the movement terminated at that place. Correct? But should we apply that particular principle here?
No, sir.
Then what should we apply here?
We should check if there is billing address.
Correct.
And the
Very good.
billing address is in Mumbai.
So this is over the counter sale. B2C, unregistered person. Whenever they give like this unregistered person, that should strike us. It is OTC, over the counter. In case of over the counter, if billing address is available, such billing address. Correct? Here, if you look at the billing address, there are 2 addresses in the bill. One is the address to the person who purchased, billing address. One is shipment address, delivery address. So whenever such thing is given, should I consider the billing address or the delivery address?
Delivery address.
There is a circular for that, which specifically says where billing address is different from the address of delivery, it shall be the delivery address of the goods recorded in the invoice. Delivery address recorded in the invoice will be the place of supply. Therefore, here Ahmedabad, Gujarat will be the place of supply. Are we following?
Yes, sir.
That was a circular which we had learnt in the regular class. Right? That circular said delivery address. Excellent. Similarly, Mr. Oman, a tourist from Australia, visited India in the month of September. He got repaired his camera during his visit to Udaipur, Rajasthan by Mr. R, who also visited Udaipur at the same time. Mr. R is registered at New Delhi. Mr. Oman provided the address of his friend who resides at Mumbai, Maharashtra to be mentioned in the bill issued by Mr. R for repairing of camera.
Mumbai.
Mumbai, Maharashtra.
Why?
Billing address.
Yes, Pavitra?
Billing address.
Which provision are we applying here?
Bill to ship to.
Bill to ship to. Bill to ship to will not apply in case of service. Bill to ship to is applicable only in case of goods. This is a service. They are repairing the camera.
The general rule.
Will general rule apply or performance based? Yes.
Sir, but Mr. R is also visiting with him.
Correct. Performance based, do we have in that list of performance repairs?
No.
No. That means general rule will apply. In general rule, B2C, because this is unregistered. B2C, what does it tell us? If address is available, what is the address available here?
Mumbai.
By Maharashtra. Therefore, that would be the place of supply. Understanding?
Yes, sir.
Sir, here
Yes.
whose registration are we seeing, sir? Like, isn't it Mr. R's registration?
Who is Mr. R here?
The person who repairs.
That is, he is the supplier. We are talking about location of the recipient to get the place of supply. Who is the recipient? Oman. What is the address he gave? He told, I'm staying with my friend in Mumbai. Correct? So that address. Yes. September 25 MTP for 4 marks. What is the place of supply of service by way of transportation of goods, including by mail or courier, when both supplier and recipient of service are located in India? That entire chart. As it is, if we write that chart, you'll get full 4 marks. Okay, but here they are only talking about transportation of goods by road only, by mail or courier. Okay, they're only talking about road, I think. Okay, it's maybe incomplete answer that they have given. Since they are specifically given only transportation of goods, we should have written the entire thing, right? Yes. See, look at this. Yes, Nityashri?
That would be fine, right, for half a plate.
Yeah, 100% fine. 100% fine. Yes. Look at this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 MTPs they had asked this question. What would be the place of supply of services provided by an event management company for organizing a sporting event for a sports federation which is held in multiple states? What will we write?
If there is an agreement, then proportionate to that agreement.
If there is an agreement, then proportionate to that agreement. If there is no agreement, before that, event organization, what would be the place of supply normally? B2B location.
Location where the event is.
Event is held. However, since it is held in multiple states, now if you have to go with the contractor agreement, if there is no contractor agreement,
As
generally accepted accounting principle. Right? So write the main provision, then go with the multiple state provision. Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
September 25 MTP. Mrs. Neelam, an unregistered person from Punjab, purchases a washing machine from Home Equip Store, which is an e-commerce platform registered in Delhi. She mentions a billing address in Punjab, but requests delivery to her friend's address in Haryana. Invoice records only the billing address in Punjab and no mention of delivery address.
Punjab.
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 the billing address.
Punjab.
Whereas in the earlier question, we said the delivery address should be considered.
Because here the billing address is already mentioned on the invoice, so that should be considered.
Yes. Because at the end of the day, over the counter sale, OTC, what does it tell? What is the address mentioned in the invoice? That has to be considered. So, delivery address to be considered in the invoice only if both the address are mentioned. Since there is only one address is mentioned, take that address. Following.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, right. That's again, we have to write the explanations there. That is important. September 25 examination question. Examine the following independent cases, determine the place of supply. Mr. Mukul, a bank manager, is transferred from Kolkata, West Bengal, to Jodhpur, Rajasthan. His family resides at Ranchi, Jharkhand. He hires Fastman Couriers Private Limited, a registered company in Kolkata, to transport his household goods from Ranchi to Jodhpur. So example is there in the material, institute material. Same example, they have changed the names, they have changed the places and given in the exam. We have discussed this example also in class. What would be the place of supply? There it was from Kanpur to Bhopal, Indore, some place, if I remember right.
Jodhpur.
Ranchi.
Why Chitralekha?
Goods taken on board.
Very good. This is transportation of goods. Location where?
Handed over.
Handed.
Goods are handed over for transportation. Right? Location where such goods are handed over for transportation, because this is P2C, he is unregistered bank manager. So it is Ranchi. Where it is handed over for transportation, it is Ranchi. Likewise, Messrs. Ravi Builders of Pune, Maharashtra, hired Messrs. Builder and Co., an architectural firm registered under GST law at Ahmedabad, Gujarat, for designing an architectural plan for a 21-floor building to be constructed by them in Canada.
Ahmedabad.
Why?
If place of supply is outside India, then location of recipient.
If the immovable property is located outside India, then location of recipient. Correct? Here the location of recipient is Pune.
Sorry.
Correct? Supplier is this architect, recipient is builder. So Pune is the answer. Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
That was asked for September 25 exams. Likewise, May 25 MTP. Again, this is similar. Mr. Motilal, a chartered accountant in Gurugram, Haryana, registered in Haryana, provides consultancy services to his client, Mr. Manohar Lal, who is a resident of New Delhi, but is not registered under GST. Address of Mr. Manohar Lal is recorded in the records of Mr. Motilal.
Then such address.
Such address, correct. This is default rule, general rule. So B2C, location of the recipient if available. Here, location of recipient is available in the records of Motilal, New Delhi. That would be the place of supply. Vinci Private Limited, New Delhi, has leased its machine costing 8 lakh to Mishti Private Limited, Noida, Uttar Pradesh, for production of goods on a monthly rent of 35,000. After 12 months, Mishti Private Limited requested Vinci Private Limited to sell the machine to it for 5 lakh, which it's agreed to by Vinci Private Limited.
Uttar Pradesh.
Why? Where does it get covered? Where does this get covered?
Sale of immovable property.
Yes. No, it's not. It's not immovable property here.
Goods with of no movement.
Excellent. Supply of goods where there is no movement of goods. That would be the location of the goods at the time of delivery or making it available. Here, when the sale is happening, where are the goods? Where is the machinery? Machinery is in Uttar Pradesh. He has already taken it on lease. Correct? Movement happened earlier itself. So, here, Noida or Uttar Pradesh, location where it is at the time of delivery or making available is the place of supply. Okay, that is May 25 MTP. Likewise, May 25 RTP. Mr. Bindusar is an employee in Galgotia and Sons working at its Mumbai, Maharashtra office. Mr. Bindusar is unregistered under GST law. His family is located in Bareilly, Uttar Pradesh. His son requires a laptop for his school project on urgent basis. Therefore, Mr. Bindusar places an order on amazing.in, an e-commerce platform, for supply of a laptop of latest configuration for his son, which is to be delivered at his residential address located in Bareilly, Uttar Pradesh. Mr. Bindusar, while placing the order on the e-commerce platform amazing.in, provides the billing address of his apartment located in Mumbai, Maharashtra. You are required to determine the place of supply of such laptop.
Uttar Pradesh.
Uttar Pradesh, why?
Billing address and shipping address both are given, so shipping address will be considered.
Yes. If both billing address and shipping address both are mentioned, the delivery address should be considered. However, if only billing address is mentioned in the invoice, such billing address should be considered. In this case, have they given us what is mentioned in the invoice?
Sir.
No. So, what are we supposed to do?
So, but here they have given amazing.in provides the billing address of his apartment located in Mumbai, Maharashtra. So that would be the
Mumbai
No.
would be.
What is this talking about? Mr. Bindusar, while placing the order, provides his apartment address as billing address. Have they given delivery address is not mentioned? They have also specifically mentioned, right? Delivered residential address at Bareilly, Uttar Pradesh. They have not mentioned that. Unlike one of the previous point, they haven't specifically mentioned here that only billing address is mentioned, delivery address is not mentioned. What is that billing address mentioned is given here, but they didn't tell only billing address is mentioned. So we have to write both. both the answers. If only billing address is mentioned, it is Bareilly, Uttar Pradesh. If both billing and delivery address, Mumbai, Maharashtra. If both billing and delivery address are mentioned, you have to consider the delivery address Bareilly, Uttar Pradesh. Is that clear?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So that's why they have completely explained it in full, right? Same way. Jan 25 paper, 5 marks. Mark C Pharmaceuticals, registered under GST at Jaipur, Rajasthan, hires Sargam Events LLP, registered under GST at Sagar, Madhya Pradesh, for its annual event to be held in Gandhinagar, Gujarat.
Gandhinagar, Gujarat.
Why?
Event have held in Gandhinagar.
This is what? What kind of service?
Bill to ship.
No, there's no goods involved there. What bill to ship?
Event-based organization.
Event-based, under event-based also we had two.
Organization.
Yes. Event organization. Event organization. There, if it is B2B, location of
Recipient.
yes. Here, B2B.
Rajasthan.
So location of recipient, Jaipur, Rajasthan is the place of supply, irrespective of where the event is at. Following?
Yes, sir.
Same way. PSL Limited, a registered person in Chandigarh, Punjab, orders from CMR Limited, a registered person in Ranchi, Jharkhand, for delivery of goods to MHT Limited, a registered person in Ranchi, Jharkhand. You are required to determine the place of supply for both of the above supplies made by CMR Limited as well as PSL Limited. So, CMR Limited, who is CMR Limited here? PSL Limited. So, for supply made by CMR Limited, what is the place of supply?
Chandigarh, Punjab. Chandigarh.
Very good. Location of the third person. This is bill to ship to Chandigarh. For PSL Limited.
Jharkhand.
Very good. Excellent. Ranchi, Jharkhand, because location where the movement terminated. Here, CMR is the supplier, PSL is the third party, and MHT is the recipient. Correct? Accordingly, this is bill to ship to, and this supply constitutes the second supply. Did everyone understand that?
Yes, sir.
Yes, same way. Jan 25 MTP. An unregistered person, Mr. Pappan from Faridabad, travels by Air India flight from Pune to Delhi and gets his travel insurance done in Pune. What is the place of supply?
Pune.
Yes. Why place of supply is Pune?
Passenger.
Because, like, where he boarded the flight.
That is the place of supply in case of passenger transportation service. Here they're talking about insurance service.
General.
In the records of supplier, the location of this.
Insurance service, we have B2B, B2C. B2B is location of recipient. B2C is location of the recipient in the records of the supplier. What would be the location of the recipient in the records of the supplier? Faridabad. When you take an insurance, they should know where you stay. Right? So if something happens, at least to give compensation, they should know where you will be. Right? So they will compulsorily have the KYC documents. So Faridabad would be the place of supply. Are we following?
Yes, sir. Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Yes. Same way. Briefly examine the place of supply. Mrs. Shanti, unregistered resident of Gujarat, went to meet her parents at the native place, Patna, Bihar, and buys a medical insurance policy for her parents from an insurance company, M&T Insurers of Patna, registered in Bihar. Location of recipient of service in the records of M&T Insurers is Patna.
Patna.
Patna, location of recipient in the records. Insurance, just now we discussed, right? Patna. Lakhan Singh Transporters Private Limited, A GTA registered in Noida, Uttar Pradesh, is hired by Ram Trade Links, registered supplier in New Delhi, to transport its consignment of goods from its warehouse in Delhi to the house of a buyer located in Roorkee, Uttar Pradesh.
New Delhi.
Delhi.
Why?
When
Who
where the
handle
shoes are made available.
handle-
Transportation of goods, B2B, location of recipient. Correct. Ram Trade Links is registered in New Delhi. So New Delhi would be the location of recipient. Mr. Karan, Mumbai, takes a post-paid mobile connection in Mumbai from service provider Freesia Limited and gives his residential address at Mumbai as the billing address.
Mumbai.
Yes, Mumbai. Likewise, September 24 exams. Garima, having its permanent residence in Bhavnagar, Gujarat, purchased car from Kiara Motors of Jaipur, Rajasthan to take the advantage of lower registration charges and road tax. Garima took the delivery of the car from Jaipur and returned with the car to her residence in Bhavnagar, Gujarat. Address of Garima recorded in the invoice issued by Kiara Motors mentions only the name of the state Gujarat. Garima is an unregistered person, whereas Kiara Motors is registered person under GST.
Gujarat.
Why?
Supply
Address
and unregistered person.
unregistered.
Unregistered, so over the counter sale. In that case,
State name
Address-
is sufficient.
Name is sufficient.
state name is
State name is
sufficient. State name is sufficient. Address, billing address. So since state name is mentioned in the invoice, Gujarat, that is the place of supply. Right? Whenever unregistered person purchases something and goes to a different state, that is over the counter sale. Right? That is one point we have to keep in mind. That is one point we have to keep in mind. We cannot miss it. Okay. Similarly, Akar Advertisement Agency, a registered person in Nagpur, Maharashtra, wants to display the products of its clients at most prominent places in different states. It took on right to use the space on hoardings mounted on fixed surface attached to earth, situated in Udaipur, Rajasthan and Gwalior, Madhya Pradesh, from GN Enterprises registered in the state of Chandigarh. Akar Advertisement Agency has an exclusive right to use the space and also to manage the advertisement on the hoardings.
Maharashtra.
Based on area in each state?
Based on?
Area in each state?
Okay.
B2B.
Area on which state? Which state, Supragna?
So there's a B2B. Maharashtra.
So,
Address of
location
the
of recipient Maharashtra? No.
Sir, Udaipur, Rajasthan and
Udaipur, Rajasthan
Madhya Pradesh.
and Gwalior, Madhya Pradesh. Why?
The location of single immovable property in different states.
Excellent. This is location of immovable property. We had discussed this. This is based on a circular advertisement. If you take the hoardings on rent by yourselves, then it is location of immovable property because the hoardings will be affixed on a property. Correct? It is location of immovable property. Whereas if you take the help of an agent who provides you advertisement service, it is his responsibility to take the advertised hoardings on rent. He is providing you advertising service, then general rule will apply. Right? That is what that circular spoke about. We had discussed this. We had read this circular when we discussed at the end, after all the discussion on place of supply is done, at the end we had that circular in the material. So that was first time that circular was there for this exams. Hence, they asked these two. Even that over-the-counter sale was a new concept at that particular point in time. Therefore, those two questions, those 2 points were asked in that exam. Same way, September 24 MTP to determine the place of supply, Harpreet, New Delhi, boards New Delhi Kota train at New Delhi. He sells the goods taken on board by him at New Delhi in the train at Jaipur during the journey.
New Delhi.
New Delhi.
New Delhi.
New Delhi, why?
Goods taken on
Goods
board.
are taken on board.
Goods taken on board. LP Refineries, Mumbai, Maharashtra gives a contract to Bansali Limited, Ranchi, Jharkhand to supply a machine which is required to be assembled in a power plant in its refinery located in Kutch, Gujarat.
Kutch, Gujarat.
Gujarat.
Location where it is to be assembled. Very good. Same way. May 24 exams. Examine the following independent cases and determine the place of supply. Mr. Joy, an unregistered person of Kolkata, West Bengal, sends a courier through Kolkata, West Bengal based Mohan Courier Agency to his sister in Mumbai, Maharashtra.
Mumbai, Maharashtra.
Why?
Like unregistered, so B2B, B2C.
Correct. B2B, B2C. Unregistered means it has to be B2C. If it is B2C,
Location where the goods are delivered.
which provision this is?
Location where goods are handed over.
Yes, this is goods transportation service. B2C will be location where the goods are handed over for transportation. Where did Mr. Joy hand it over for transportation?
Kolkata, West Bengal.
In Kolkata, he gave it to the courier agency. So place of supply should be Kolkata. Same way, Mr. Nitin, an unregistered person, resides at Rewa, Madhya Pradesh, books a two-way air journey ticket from Prayagraj, Uttar Pradesh to Jaipur, Rajasthan on 6th September and back. He leaves Prayagraj on 11th September in a morning flight and lands in Jaipur the same day. He leaves Jaipur on 15th September in a late night flight and lands in Prayagraj the next day.
Prayagraj and Jaipur.
Raj and Jaipur.
Because return journey is to be considered as a
Separate
separate journey, separate supply. And here, what would be the place of supply? Location where?
Both separate. Uttar Pradesh and Rajasthan.
Location where the passenger boards the conveyance for a continuous journey. That's the place of supply. So, for movement from Prayagraj to Jaipur, it is Prayagraj. For movement from Jaipur to Prayagraj, it is Jaipur.
Jaipur.
Okay, this is how we need to answer. Rimjim Private Limited, located at Lucknow, Uttar Pradesh, purchases a manufacturing machine from Manav Steel Industries Limited, located at Jaipur, Rajasthan, for being installed in its factory located at Haridwar.
Haridwar.
Right? See, this kind of question, assembling, installation, multiple times they have asked. Easily we can score. This was May 24 examination question, that too. Then May 24 MTP. Discuss briefly the place of supply of goods purchased over the counter in one state and transported to another state by the buyer. We have to just bring in that provision. Again, that was, I think, the first attempt where OTC concept was applicable. So that's why they've asked such kind of a question. Right. So we have to just bring in that particular point. Address available, address not available, only billing address sufficient. And now we also have to write that circular. A delivery address, billing address, if both are mentioned, what to do? Okay, same way, May 24 RTP. Miss Kanika of Kolkata, West Bengal visited Jodhpur Law University, Rajasthan and paid her college fees by purchasing a demanded draft from a bank located in university campus. Miss Kanika did not have any account with the bank. Same question, example that we discussed in the class, only the places changed.
Location of supplier.
Very good. That is here
Jodhpur.
Rajasthan.
Rajasthan. Yes, location of supplier, that is Rajasthan. Why? Because in case of banking service, if in case of B2C, if location of recipient is not available, it is location of supplier. Here, since she does not have any account in that bank, no records with the bank. Same way, Mizu Mission Limited, registered in the state of Andhra Pradesh, supplied a machinery to KN Wind Farm Limited, registered in the state of Karnataka, However, this machinery was assembled and installed at the windmill of Kayan Wind Farm, which was located in the state of Tamil Nadu.
Tamil Nadu.
Similar question earlier also we had seen. Correct. This was May 24 RTP. There it was.
Suggest answers, I guess, sir. Or
Yeah. Which exam? No, we have come here. Yes. Okay, Jan 26. It's same question they have brought in. That's it. Jan 26 MTP. Same way. This is done. This was done. This is also done. Yeah, that's it. Okay, these are the questions we have from place of supply perspective. Did we got a hold on how the questions will be?
yes.
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 Now, from this chapter perspective, this is very, very important. Two things we have to do. One, we should know how to identify the place of supply. Two, writing them, explaining them. Both are equally important. How do we do this? First one, how do we identify the place of supply? First of all, we should know the provisions of the law. If we don't know that, I can't help. Right? So if we know that, first you should see whether it is goods or service. Okay, if it is goods, very limited movement of goods, no movement, assembly, installation, all those OTC, etc. comes into picture, right? If it is goods, if it is B2C, compulsorily apply OTC. If it is not B2C, no information like that is given, then see whether it is bill to ship to, whether it is installation, right? Or on board a conveyance. If nothing is applicable, then see whether it is movement of goods, no movement of goods. That's all with regard to goods. If it is service, we have to be careful with regard to the specific services, whether it is immovable property, whether it is telecommunication, right? Whether it is banking services, transportation of goods, transportation of passengers. Once if it is that, go visualize that rule, B2B, B2C, B2C, what is the rule? Right. That's how we need to identify the place of supply. It's not easy, but we have to practice. We have to practice. You have, see, 17 questions we have here itself in this question bank itself. Practice all those again and again. You will get hold of those questions, right? So that's very, very important, practicing those questions. Are we clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Same way, we can go to value of supply. That's a small discussion. We can quickly finish this. Jan 26 MTP. Are post-supply discounts eligible for a deduction from the value of supply in all situations? What are the things that we have to write here?
Not applicable in all situations.
When it is applicable?
So when the discount is mentioned at the time of supply.
Yes. So basically, those three conditions. Right? Those three conditions is what we are supposed to write. Same way. Mr. Bose took a health insurance policy for the coverage amount of 5 lakh upon making payment of premium of 10,000 annually exclusive of GST from Swasthya Bima Insurance Company on 1/10/2024. Mr. Bose had no claims made during 24-25. On 1/10/2025, Swasthya Bima Insurance Company offered a discount of 5% on the renewal premium amount to Mr. Bose for having claim-free year 24-25 because the company has a policy of offering 5% on discount on renewal premium amount for every claim-free year in the form of no claim bonus. The Swasthya Bima Insurance Company make the disclosure of the fact of availability of discount in the form of NCB, that is no claim bonus, subject to certain conditions, to Mr. Bose in the insurance policy document itself. Also, there is a specific mention of the discount in the form of no claim bonus in the invoice issued by Swasthya Bima Insurance Company to Mr. Bose. As per Mr. Bose's accountant, he has to pay GST on the whole renewal premium amount without any deduction as no claim bonus is for agreeing to the obligation to refrain from the act of lodging insurance claim. Is the contention of the accountant correct? Reason for the same should form part of your answer. Purely based on circular, which we have discussed already. What will be the answer? They're talking about 2 points, 2 things here. One, agreeing to an obligation to refrain from an act. Second, discount. In which category that no claim bonus fall?
No claim bonus is not agreeing to refrain from an act.
Is no claim bonus is
Not, it's not agreeing
perfect.
to refrain from an act.
Perfect. We had discussed that because I did not take insurance policy not to make a claim. Correct. So it's definitely not agreeing to refrain from an act. Then
It reduces the value.
why it should be reduced from the value of supply?
So because no claim bonus
First,
cannot
mentioned at
be
the time of
considered as a supply.
Not
it's
convincing.
mentioned
Sharath.
it's mentioned at the time of supply.
So what happens? Jan 26 RTP question. High chances of it being asked in May 26 exam.
The terms have been established at the time of supply and invoice-wise calculations.
So what happens? Correct. What happens?
It is eligible for deduction, so it will be reduced under section 15(2).
Correct. It is eligible for deduction under section 15(3) is correct. It should be a discount. It is not agreeing to refrain from an act. It is a discount, but it is not post-supply discount. It is discount given at the time of supply. When is that no claim bonus given? When I'm renewing my insurance policy, that renewal of insurance policy is a supply. In that premium amount minus no claim bonus, net premium payable is shown. Since discount is shown on the invoice, it is discount at the time of supply shown on the invoice to be reduced from the value of supply. Here, purposefully they have given both. Right? Here, they have specifically mentioned that no claim bonus terms was there originally, that was given. And second, there is a specific mention of the discount in the form of no claim bonus in the invoice issued. Both they have given. Post supply condition also given, discount at the time of supply also given. Right? Purposefully to confuse us. But if we know that circular, if you have looked into that particular point, it's very easy, simple, straightforward question. Are we clear?
Yes, sir.
So
September 25 MTP, they're asking you the value of supply. Can we calculate?
Yes, sir.
Similar questions, I think we are discussing the classes as well. Straightforward. This is how your compulsory question B 5 mark would be.
So should we chat the answer or tell it directly?
Anything is fine. As far as people are answering, I'm happy.
It's like 6,000.
No.
584.
84.
I like
Like
84,000.
84,000.
5,84,000 is the correct answer. Yes. So price of the machinery 550. Installation should we add?
Yes, sir.
Sir.
Yes,
Not
sir.
included in price, sir.
Correct. This should we add?
Yes, sir.
Sir,
Yes, sir.
others that
Liability of the supplier paid by the recipient. It is not recorded in the invoice, so we have to add. Right? These add up to 5,95,000.
Yes, sir.
Discount at 2% on the price should we reduce?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Because it is recorded in the invoice. 2% on what?
5,50,000.
50,000.
3,50,000. Because 2%
11,000.
on price of machinery mentioned at serial number
11,000.
11,000. We have to reduce, Pragna.
I accidentally added, sir.
Then what about this additional discount?
That is only if any additional purchases, but here no additional.
Correct. So it is given at the end of the year without any change in the individual transaction. So this particular transaction doesn't change 5,84,000. Following?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yes.
sir.
Right. Just this with individual explanation on why did you add this, why did you add this, why did you subtract it, why you did not subtract, you'll get full 5 marks. Okay, that's see they have given the reasoning like this here itself, just below that adjustment itself, you can give that reasonings also. Okay, same way, one more. September 25 MTP.
Lakh 90,080.
Excellent, Niteshri. That's the answer. Very good. Yes, Risha. So 15 lakh. Should I consider 2 lakh 10?
No,
No,
sir. It
sir.
is from
No, sir.
central government.
Central
No,
government.
because price link subsidy from central government not to be added. Should I consider 50,000?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Sir.
sir.
Yes, price link subsidy from other than central government, state government should be added. Levied by municipal authority should be added. Packing
Yes, sir.
charges should be added. What
Yes.
happens to late fee?
1,000 into 100 by 120.
Because they say recipient has agreed to pay 6,000 in lump sum and no additional amount is payable by him over and above such amount, meaning 6,000 is inclusive of GST. And they have given the rate of GST as 18%. So this comes up to 5,085. So if you add up all that, you get 15,90,085, correct?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Are we following everyone?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes. May 25 examination question. 5 marks. Compute the taxable value of supply for the month of July on which Mr. Ajay shall pay GST.
So 1,10,000.
What happened? Yes, Sharath?
1,10,000.
What is 1,10,000?
The total
GST
value.
amount? Total value of supply? No. No.
13,50,000.
Sir, 13,50,000.
Srisha, you're almost there.
13,82,000.
You're almost there.
$14,72,000.
No. Okay, first one. He sold 3,000 units of goods to Wellness Pharma at 400 each. What would be the value of supply for this?
3,000 into 400, 12 lakh.
3,000 into 400, 12 lakh. Why 2,000 you didn't add?
Not charge supply.
Yes, we had discussed this. TCS is not in the form of a tax. We are collecting it as an agent, so should not to be added in the value of supply. There was a circular on that. Then this contract with state government.
10,000 into 200.
Okay.
Very good. 1,000 into 200. Here, even though balance 200 is received as subsidy,
Not including.
not to be added because it is state government. Then issued credit notes.
Should be minus.
Less 1 lakh.
Because it is post supply discount. Terms of the discount was there. Discount was calculated invoice wise with the condition of reversal of ITC. All the three conditions are satisfied. Correct. Terms was declared on 1st of October itself, beginning of the period. Invoice wise calculation is there. Reversal of ITC condition is satisfied. So since all the three conditions are satisfied, we can reduce it from the value of supply. Sold goods to old age home.
1 lakh. 1 lakh.
Is it 1 lakh or 1,30,000?
1 lakh. 1 lakh.
Why not 30,000?
It's not a price linked subsidy.
Very good. Very good. Why are they giving that subsidy? To acknowledge his service to elderly people. Right? As a matter of motivation, they are giving that 30,000. So 1 lakh. Excellent. Last one.
Sir, it is not included.
Why?
Post supplied.
Post supply discount. Excellent. At the end, just he got a wish that he want to give a discount of 1%. That's all. Correct. It was not there earlier. Yes, I think this add up to 13,50,000, right?
Yes.
Very good, Shrish. I think I missed something, some calculation issue I got. So yeah, 13,50,000 is the right answer. Excellent. Yes, that is the value of supply. They have asked us the taxable value of supply. We have calculated the taxable value of supply. Yes, Bhavna.
Sir, in the second sub question, I didn't understand why did we take 200 and not 400 per unit?
Because we received 200 from that economic weaker section families. 200 rupees from state government. Price link subsidy from state government not to be added. It's not a consideration. What should be added? 15 subsection 2, price linked subsidy should be added. Is this price linked? The answer is yes, per unit 200 linked to the price. But it is received from state government, not to be added. So I have to add only the 200 rupees into 1,000. Even though the price of that goods was 400, I sold it at 200. I can consider that 200 itself. Here also same thing happened. See, 1 lakh rupees is sold to old age home, even though the value was 2 lakh. Why did I consider only 1 lakh? Because two conditions satisfied. Price is the sole consideration, supply between unrelated party, whatever amount is charged itself is the transaction value.
Yes.
So only this 200 is considered, this 200 not. Same way, only 1 lakh is considered, not 2 lakh.
Yes, sir.
Are we clear? Everyone?
Yes, sir.
So,
Yes. Any doubts still here? No? Okay. I think we still have few more questions to be discussed in that chapter, which we can continue in the regular sessions. Okay, that's what we will be doing. Again, in the regular sessions, we'll once we complete the exemption chapter, we'll discuss how do we go about further. Okay, in the other chapters, along with problems, how do we solve? Okay, that's we will discuss about that as well. Okay, any doubts still here?
No, sir.
No. Okay, everyone clear with these 8 chapters?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yes, sir.
extremely important. Even though 8 chapters, we still have 7 chapters left. Right, total 15 chapters we have in the syllabus, but these 8 chapters constitute 70% of your syllabus. 70% of your weightage in the examination. That 30 to 35 marks out of 50 marks will be from these 7 chapters, these 8 chapters. So, extremely important. Don't lose this, right? Come practice, revise these concepts, especially place of supply, time of supply. You have to revise multiple times, else you will not get it, right? Revise them multiple times, write and practice. Only then you will be able to get a hold of it. But it's not tricky. The only thing is we have to get it. That's all, right? If we get it easily, we can score marks in GST. That's the reason we have to put in a little more efforts. Yes, Smita.
Sir, in case of RCM, we had this question when we were discussing in the last revision class, where the security private limited were paid. So they were body corporate, but they were not registered. So that time you
Yes,
said not leviable to GST. So that will be
correct.
the case in any case where it
Yes,
was
because
body corporate.
if security, in case of a security service, if service provider is body corporate, no way it can come under RCA. It has to be forward charge. So when it is forward charge, it is taxable only when both the conditions are satisfied. It's a taxable supply and the supplier is a taxable person. Here, since supplier is not a taxable person, it is not leviable under GST.
And what about the recipients, sir? What if they are not body corporate when we check
Doesn't matter.
RCM case of
Uh, okay. You're talking about supplier is unregistered, other than body corporate, but recipient is registered. RCM comes into picture.
If he is also not registered, then it does not come
Then
under.
it's not leviable. It's not leviable under GST. Yes. Okay, fine then. So with this, shall we conclude?
Yes,
Yes.
sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Okay. We'll continue the balance part of the portions in the regular classes. Okay. Yes. Thank you.
Thank
Thank you,
you,
sir.
Thank you,
sir.
sir.
Bye,
Thank you,
sir.
sir.
Bye, sir.